Hi, this is Gail, the Legacy Lady, and this is episode 4 of me going live every weekday. Today, I wanted to chat with you about everyday storytelling. So, the idea for me is that we're able to have storytelling conversations every day with pretty much everyone we come in contact with. There doesn't necessarily need to be a designated time slot. Hey, Jacob. It doesn't have to be a designated time slot of this is what we're going to talk about and this is when we're going to talk about it. When we're having conversations about how we're feeling or what happened that week, we can ask different questions than the regular surface questions we usually ask, which don't get me wrong, those surface questions are totally important. Checking in with your loved ones, finding out how their day went, seeing what, maybe asking what they got done that week or what they wish they'd gotten done. Those are all really important things to ask. What I like to do, thanks, Jacob. What I like to do is take a step further. And this week isn't a good example because I was a little stressed, I was a little overwhelmed. But what I try to do, especially with our children, is not only ask them what they did, but how did they feel about it, and give them the opportunity to reflect on how their week went, how school went, how their interactions went with the people around them, and find out if they were happy with how everything went. Find out if they're okay with what's going on in their lives right now. And being that they're 5, 9, and 12, granted, they don't have a lot of control over what their surroundings are like or what their life is. Shane and I kind of dictate those things, and the people you will dictate your children's stuff, obviously. But the whole point of this is recognizing that everyone we talk to has something going on, and every person has an emotion attached to that thing that's going on. And branching out from the regular conversations to include the what I like to call digging deeper, or digging into the memories, or digging into the photos and the recipes, digging into our everyday moments of saying, hey, how did that thing go? What did you feel when you were doing it? How did you feel about it afterwards? What would you have changed? How can you, do you want to improve on that? Can we look at how we could do it differently next time? And that's really enabled me and enabled my kids and other people I'm around to reframe, to redirect, to have a self-awareness of, wow, that really didn't go like I wanted it to. And boy, here's some things of how I could fix it. And then the next time that situation comes up, it's completely different. So this might feel like it's off topic from legacy, but for me, it's all wrapped up in legacy. So Legacy Recorder it's a huge world. I like doing world building. I love writing fiction. And for me, legacy is a whole world. And every time I get to enter into it, I have a chance to share a little piece of it. So going back to the topic of everyday storytelling, this is what everyday storytelling looks like for me. It's having intentional conversations, even in just those everyday moments. So if you have any thoughts on other questions you can ask, or if you're already doing these things at home, or maybe some light bulbs are going off for you, I'd love to hear about them. And yeah, so that was those parts. The next part of digging into memories and photos and recipes and things and everyday moments is, what do they remind you of? So often people have experiences with deja vu, or they feel like they've been somewhere before, or they have definitely, and they know they've had an experience the same emotion before, and it might recall a memory that happened 10, 20 years ago, and then they're able to have a conversation about it. So in addition to asking about their current feelings and focusing on the present, if they're able to recall, asking them what the moments in their life right now remind them of. What happened previously? What happened in their childhood? Is something that's going on right now, does it remind them of something that happened with their parents or with their grandparents? And that gives us a whole other picture of that person's character, their personality, and what their life is like right now, which really, that's for me, that's what Legacy Recorder is. It's giving another person, the person across from us, the opportunity to have a conversation with someone and share what's going on in their life right this minute, and have an opportunity to record it if possible. So that's everyday storytelling. If you have any questions about it, feel free to put them in the comments. You can PM me, you can email me. And when you're ready, there is a course that I've created, if you haven't already heard about it. It's called Working with Someone You Love, and it's $97. You can find it by going to www.thelegacyrecorder.com/tell their story, THEIR, and go wild. Everything you need is in there to work with someone you love to tell their life story. You can have these everyday storytelling moments, and in there's ways to organize them. I give structural advice, and this is coming from someone who's been ghostwriting for 10 years and putting pieces of content together for all sorts of different things. So you really have an expert hanging out with you in this course. And there's also a book if you're more inclined to have something in your hands. It is $12.95. I wanted to make it reasonable and attainable, and you can buy that directly from my website at www.thelegacyrecorder.com/books. Or you can buy it on Amazon if you feel like doing Amazon. So that's where you can find me. That's what I'm doing. This was episode 4, Everyday Storytelling. And I want to wish you happy writing, and I will see you later.